factor the polynomial by grouping. So when it says we want to factor, that means we want to know what the factors are for this polynomial. So in the end, we're going to end up with two sets of parentheses, right? It's just we need to know what numbers, what factors go in these parentheses. And so when it says to factor by grouping, that means we want to take this three-term polynomial and turn it into a four-termed polynomial. And we're going to do that by breaking up these -7x's in some strategic way, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at our a and our c term, and we're going to say, okay, we want these two numbers to multiply to be 3 times 4, which is 12. So we want two numbers that multiply to be 12. And then, of course, they have to add or combine to be -7. Add to -7. Okay, so it's probably easiest to think of factors of 12 first. So think about factors of 12. Right off the bat, I'm thinking 3 and 4. 3 times 4 is 12. But I need those numbers to add to -7. So maybe if I make them both negative. -3 times -4 is still 12. And -3 plus -4 is -7. So those are our winning factors. So I'm going to rewrite this three-term polynomial like this. So I've got 3x squared, and then this -7x is going to turn into -3x's and -4x's. So we still have the same number of x's, we just split them up, and then we still have a +4 at the end of our polynomial. Okay, so now we have four terms. I'm going to rewrite this over here. And now we are going to factor this by grouping. So that means we're going to look at these two terms as a group and factor those. And then we're going to look at these two terms as a group and factor those. So looking at our first two terms, the greatest common factor for 3x squared and a -3x would be 3x, I think. Right? So 3x squared divided by 3x is just x. And a -3x divided by 3x is -1. Okay, so I factored my first group. Now my second group, what is the greatest common factor for -4x and a +4? I think I want to take out or divide by -4. Yes, if I divide by -4, then -4x divided by -4 is x. So notice this is matching so far, so we're doing good. And then 4 divided by -4 is -1. Okay, so at this point, I noticed that my two factors inside the parentheses match, so that's how I know I was doing it right. And so that means my two factors that I'm going to write are this 3x minus 4 and this x minus 1. Okay, so we have factored this polynomial by grouping.